So growing a Discord server can be really difficult to do. No matter what you do, it feels like sometimes there's just no one that wants to join your server, or you just don't even know where to start on how to get people to join your server. Well, if either of those are you, then hopefully this video will help you out. In this video, I'm going to share the best ways for you to get new members into your Discord server that are super easy and very quick to do. If you guys do enjoy the video, make sure you drop a like on it so it can be pushed out to other people that are looking to have the same questions answered. If you guys want to see more Discord content, make sure you subscribe and turn on those notifications so you don't miss out on anything in the future. So the first tip to get more people into your Discord server, and when you guys hear this, you're probably gonna be like, well, duh, everyone knew that. But it's to actually talk about your server and let people know that you have one in the first place. Now, like I said, I know it sounds like a no-brainer, but seriously, you'd be surprised. Whether you're a content creator like myself, you're an artist, or whatever you do that you are making a Discord server for, make sure you talk about it constantly on all of your social media platforms and let people know that you actually have a Discord server and that they should join. In the influencer world, these are called calls to action, and they really do work wonders. Just like I mentioned at the beginning of my video, to subscribe and drop a like if you guys enjoy, that's considered a call to action. Now, if you're a streamer like myself, you might have a bot set up in your chat to send a message every so often, letting people know, hey, I have a Discord server, here's the link. I strongly recommend taking that out of your stream if you do have that set up. And instead of having a bot just send the link in the chat every 15 to 20 minutes or whatever, actually mention it yourself on your stream and have the link to it down your description or down your about section. I promise this will convert so many more people into your server, because when they see a bot send a message in a chat with a link, it just, their mind just sees it as spam and they're just gonna ignore it and keep scrolling past it. They're not gonna pay any mind to it. But if it actually comes from you, then it's way more authentic and they're way more likely to actually join rather than seeing a bot message. So moving into this next tip, it somewhat ties into what we previously just talked about, but it's to actually give people meaningful reasons to join your server. You know, if you just go around saying, hey, you guys should join my new server to everyone, no one's really gonna want to join because you didn't give them a reason to join. It's just like being a salesman. If you're trying to sell a product, then you're gonna tell the customer every single thing about the product and every reason why they should buy the product. But when it comes to your Discord server, it's pretty much the same thing. When you're telling people about your server, you wanna tell them a couple reasons why they should join. You know, think about what your server is all about. What does your server have to offer? Are there any cool, creative, or engaging things that you have in your server that you think other people might enjoy and would be a good reason to get them into the server? So before you go out and talk about your server and tell people to join your server, come up with a mock little sales pitch about your server and make sure you know exactly what your server has to offer the person that you're telling about your server. And I promise they'll be way more likely to join instead of you just telling them, hey, join my server. So my third tip for you guys is to sit down and come up with some engaging and creative tools that can help boost the engagement in your server. You can have a server with thousands and thousands of members, but if there's nothing inside your server to keep the community engaged and active, then those thousands of members mean nothing. There's tons of things out there that you can do to make your server more engaging, such as adding games into your server through different Discord bots. You can host game nights or movie nights every so often in your server, or any other events that you might be able to think of that will bring your community together all in one place at the same time. What's cool about this is Discord actually has its own feature into the program where you can actually create events inside your server. You simply just click create event. You can select where the event's gonna be and even set up a date and a time for the event, and you can describe it a little bit, and people can actually RSVP to your event, and before your event goes live, they'll actually get notified that, hey, the event you RSVP to is going to be happening soon. So really cool feature, and I highly recommend taking advantage of it, because like I mentioned, you can have all the members in the world, but it's all for nothing if your community isn't engaged. So this next tip is one that might not work super well for you depending on your server. I know for mine, it personally would do horrible, but some servers are actually able to grow a following from this method, and that's a website called Disboard. Disboard is basically a website with a gigantic catalog of all sorts of different servers, and you can actually go onto Disboard and post your Discord server on there with a short description of what your server is about and why people should join, and people can directly join from your post on Disboard. People can search servers based on categories, so if your server is based around a certain niche category, then there's probably a decent market out there for you on Disboard. Now, the reason I mention I don't really recommend this method too much is because of how oversaturated the website is. I mean, there's literally over 1.1 million Discord servers posted onto this website currently. So if you decided to go with this method, just know that there's a ton of competition that you're going to be facing out there. I personally have never used it, but I know that a lot of people will probably comment, hey, what about Disboard on this video? So figured I'd throw it in there for you guys if you want to check it out and see. I mean, it doesn't hurt to post it, you know, but just want you guys to know that it's not really that lucrative of a method. So this last little section of the video, I'm going to try to make it really short and sweet and to the point. I want to talk about what not to do when trying to get people to join your server, because there's tons of things out there that people do that will completely drive traction away from your server. Some of these things are constantly spamming your links. You know, you don't want to spam your link too much to people and annoy them because they're not going to want to join your server. Also, going into other people's servers and trying to share your server inside their server, it's a really rude thing to do, and you're usually going to get banned from that person's server for self-promotion. But if you don't, I mean, the odds of getting someone to join your server from just going in another server and spamming your link in there are slim to none. The last thing I want to throw in is doing join for join, which is essentially you offer to join someone else's server as long as they join your server. This is a really ineffective method because they're not going, the only reason they're joining your server is for you to join theirs. So they're not going to care to talk in your server, just like you're not going to care to talk in their server or be engaged with their server and their community. So all these I just mentioned are really poor methods when it comes to trying to get people in your server. So definitely make sure you stay away from these. Anyways, I think that about wraps it up, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video and that these tips help you out to growing your server. If you do have something in mind that I may have not mentioned in this video, definitely drop a comment down below. Let other people know what you do to grow your Discord server, and that way we can have even more tips to share around with the community. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.